What's up guys, Ryan here from Mud Gunner. Today we are talking about the ECOTI again. I did a video on this recently and one of my customers at our shop, he asked a very good question. So his name's Russell. He said, how far out will the ECOTI detect someone? And I was like, I honestly don't know. Like we kind of played around with it within 50 yards, but we didn't push it past that. And I thought that was a really great question and I'd like to know myself. So we have 100 yards marked out. We have 200 yards marked out. If we need to go further than that, I mean, we can go further than that, but I think that is a very good detection range for a little unit like this. It's this little piece right here that goes on the front of your night vision. So we have AGM NVG50s and the Saffron Optics 1 ECOTI, and this is just a thermal overlay. It gives you a thermal image over your night vision. So you have night vision and thermal in one unit now with this little quick detach item. So if it sees that 200 yards pretty clearly, I think that's an amazing thing for this little optic, and we'll maybe push it further if we need to. But yeah, we're gonna let it get a little bit darker and then we'll push it out. All right, so it is a moonless night. It's very dark. I have the IR illuminator on the night vision on, but this is just through the night vision. So here's the ECOTI on the patrol mode. So you can see how well the ECOTI on this side picks up that IR illuminator, but I'm gonna turn that off. Oh, I guess, there we go. So yeah, it's a moonless night. This is in patrol mode. Let me go through the modes real fast just to show you. Full thermal black hot, full thermal white hot. Here's patrol white hot, patrol black hot. Whoa, that's a weird thing. But outline black hot, outline white hot. Dang, that's crazy looking. And yeah, so we'll go back to full thermal. All right, you guys can start walking out. So we are gonna test the detection range. Those two silhouette targets right there on the right, those are at 25 yards. The brightness is half. It's at 25, it goes up to 50. Check patrol. Tell me when you're at the 50-yard mark. I can't tell exactly from here. Trying to hold this as steady as I can for you guys. Look at how lit up the mountain is. So this is 50 yards. All right, let me go through the modes real fast. All right, so Cameron is out at 50. Nate is walking to him. This is the patrol mode. I think this is going to be probably the best mode for like walking and moving with this, because you figure you are looking through night vision and this at the same time, so it's not going to mess with your eyes as much. So here's outline white hot, full thermal. All right, you guys can start walking to 100. Yep. So white hot, full thermal. I'm gonna move my camera just slightly up so I can see better. So again, this is about seeing how far out this thing can actually detect people. Still pretty clear. The camera is actually having a hard time focusing, and my hands aren't super steady. Go to patrol. Patrol just illuminates them big time. And you can tell there's no ground cover in front of us. It's pretty flat. Is that 100? Yeah. Oh, you're crystal clear. So patrol, white hot, outline, white hot, full thermal, patrol black hot, too dark, outline black hot, too dark, full thermal black hot's good. All right, go ahead and start walking to 200. So now they're heading to 200. That's black hot. I like the white hot the most. I think it's my favorite. So the thermal is starting to struggle because it's all too white out there. Patrol, okay, it focuses better on patrol. So the patrol is very good. The outline's very good too. You could see that the silhouettes in front of me, those are paper silhouettes. Unfortunately, there's a lot of trash out too. So it's picking up too much stuff right now on the outline. So this is outline mode. I'm like losing track of what modes I'm saying, but this is outline mode. It still sees them, but it's kind of losing them because there's too much going on. But it looks cool. It looks like a video game. Full thermal. I am like staring at my phone screen looking through this, so it's not the easiest. I think they actually walked behind these cardboard targets. So I need to move the camera. Let me step and move the camera. Oops. All right, 1 second. So you can see I'm walking. Trying not to eat crap while I do this. Wow. You can see them clear as day at 200 yards. Can you guys guesstimate like 250 or 300? Try to go to 300. So we only marked 200 yards because that's realistically all we need is 200 yards. But you can still see them walking out there. I told them to go to 300, but we don't have anything marked at 300. So outline is picking them up clear as day. Full thermal black hot is having a hard time. White hot. I think I can vaguely see them looking through the phone screen, but it would still be tough. Patrol, the whole mountain is kind of lit up on patrol. Patrol black hot's kind of useless right now. Are you shining a light at me? Hey, Cameron. Hey, Cameron. Shine the IR light at me. So that's the IR light. Now shine it at the ground. Okay. So in patrol, he has a Surefire Vampire handheld, and I can see him clear as day, but we can see both of them. Can you guys walk to the left of me? Like just walk in the left? So they're walking out there. They're going to be in between the 200 and 300 range. So that's pretty cool. The mountain's very bright now. Go back to outline. My hands are getting a little shaky, my bad. Outline's having a hard time. What distance do you guys think you're at? All right, so I can't see them on the white thermal. They're between 250 and 300. Patrol. I need to move the camera to kind of try to pick them up on patrol, so bear with me here. The whole mountain's just very bright. Shine the light! Shine the light! The IR! All right, shine it at the ground. So the mountain is just very bright. I'm trying to get lower and lower. Okay. I don't know if you guys could barely see them out there. Again, he's using the IR light. That's like the only way I can kind of see him through this right now. But I think I'm going to call it as far as distance. They said they're between 250 and 300, and we're just going to walk them, or we're going to watch them walk in. All right, you guys can start walking back to me. So I hope this is helpful for anyone that's looking into the ECOTI system. That is very impressive. They were clear as day at 200 yards, and then past 200 it got difficult, but like you got to think about what you'd be using this for. I mean, this is identifying out to a certain distance, but this is just over your natural eyes. You don't have magnification. It's not on a weapon. This is just what your natural eyes can see. And considering it's pitch black out here, there's no moonlight. Like, let me shine this at the sky. There is no moonlight at all. It's just dark. Here's through the standard PVS 14. It is just very dark. The stars look cool, but very dark under just standard Gen 3 white phosphor. And that's what your eyes can see. It would be very dark. You could have IR lights, but it's not going to make seeing them easy at that distance. But this thermal really picks them up. What distance are you guys at? What distance? 200. So they're back at the 200 mark. This is white thermal, black hot thermal. You can kind of see them with the black hot. Go back to white hot. Patrol. Patrol picks them up very good. Outline. Outline's interesting. I really like the idea of it, but it's just too busy. But you can see them clear as day. If you just needed to quickly identify, that would be a good way to do it. Full thermal is cool because you can kind of get a layout of the land, but patrol might be the most practical if you are actively walking and using this with night vision. And I haven't shot with this unit yet. These first couple range trips is just to get a feel of it and to show you guys what it's capable of. I'm gonna walk and hold my camera. Are you guys, where are you guys right now? Around the 100? Almost to 100. So they're still past 100. But look at how, they're gonna let me know when they get to 100. But look at how clear they are, like at that distance. That's amazing. Like you can see this. Okay, they're at 100 yards right now. You can see the steel. You can see these paper silhouette targets. And that's 100 yards. And that is amazing. Outline, full thermal. All right, you guys can keep walking back. I think I got everything I need. But I really hope this helps you out, Russell. This helps me out too. Like, that was impressive. I would say very effective, 100 to 200. And past that, you'd have to try something else. So I did bring something very cool out. I brought an RH25 from iRay. So it's an iRay RH25. It's a full thermal optic, and I'm gonna pull that out and see how they look under that right now. It doesn't record audio, so I'm just gonna have to voice over, but let me show you guys. All right, guys, so now we have the iRay RH25, and look at how crystal clear this thing is. So this is a thermal only optic, and it has so much capabilities. We are gonna do a video on this, like a standalone video on just this at some point, but I wanted to do a small comparison on this to the ECOTI, and this is my first time taking this one out as well. As Grand Thumb says it, thermal isn't fair, but you know, no one cares, and I watched his video and it made me want this so bad. Yeah, this is the iRay RH25, and it has so many different options for it. Like, the owner's manual for this thing is like a little book. I would say as far as user friendly, the ECOTI is like so simple a caveman can do it because it's just a tiny little thing with 3 buttons. The RH25 has like a giant menu screen, and I've been trying to learn it as much as I can the last couple weeks, but it's going to take a lot more time behind the iRay to really get a feel for it and like master all the controls. But as you can see, like this is recording from the iRay itself. It does not record audio, but it records internally. It's got a compass, it's got reticles. You can direct mount it to a weapon and use the reticles built in. You can mount it in front of an optic, ideally a magnified optic because it kind of has short eye relief. In the manual it says it shouldn't go above a 6-power optic, so like a 1:6 would be great. And just look at how clear this is. We don't have the markers out anymore at this point because Cameron and Nate brought them in when they were done, but I think I'm probably like 100 to 150 yards out there. I think like probably 150. And look at how clear I am. I'm just lit up. You can see every cactus going up the hill. You can even see the small bushes on the hill. Just the clarity difference between this and the ECOTI is insane. But now this is a bigger, heavier unit, and the ECOTI is strictly for mounting to your nods that you already have. So there's pros and cons of each one. But I would say the pros of the iRay is, one, it's about half the price of an ECOTI. The ECOTIs are just kind of crazy. They're still not you still don't really see them out there. They're very uncommon, and I was fortunate enough to get this one, but the IRA is a doable option for most people. It is a chunk of change, but I know some people that have 15, $500 ARs. Instead of doing a bunch of cheap ARs, you can invest in some quality gear. And that's just really what it breaks down to, is how bad do you want it and how bad are you willing to work for it? Because I would say this thing is crystal clear. I got out to like 300 yards, and I think I could be halfway up that mountain and they could still see me. So the RH25, like right here, it just kind of froze a little bit. I don't know why I did that, so that's one thing I noticed when editing this video, but I wanted to keep that in there so you guys can see. Like, this is, I'm trying to give as much info on it as I can in just a couple minutes, but it's just insane. Like, I got out to like 300 yards, and I think that thing could have picked me up like all the way up the mountain. And it is very clear in detail, like differentiating the bushes, the cactuses. Like, you can even see like where it starts to rise, like in the different elevations of the mountain. Like, that's how clear this is. And it has a few different color options. I just handed this to Cameron and I said it's recording, so he doesn't know this unit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see this in a standalone video. I hope you enjoyed, and everyone, I hope you had a great New Year's. Thank you guys.